Good afternoon and welcome to my vlog. For those of you new here, my name is Cheryl and I run a small handmade business called Hag-a-needle Handmade Creations. Week to week, you just never know what we're going to get into. I had a really good selling week last week on Etsy and hoping to keep on going. So this week we have several things and I really need to get off Facebook Reels because they seem to be showing me everything I want to do. So that's one thing that I found something I wanted to make off of there. I've been wanting to use this fabric. I've had it for over a year, and I did make some grocery bags with it, but I don't know. I wanted to try something different. So that's what we're going to work on. That's one thing. I'll be using this fabric. It's one big panel, and it's something I've never done before, but it looks easy. We'll see. I have everything cut out. I was going to go ahead and make it and then make another one, but I think I understand the directions good enough that we'll give it a try together. The second thing I need to do this week, yep, it's more repairs. My oldest son this time has these, what are they? Oh, name brand, can't say it. And they are not in very good shape. And I'll tell you what, I bet I've had these in the house for about 4 years because I had no clue what to do. Um, I had posted on one of my videos repairing one of my boys' friend's pants and asking for help from my other son's pants. And somebody from the community gave a really good answer, and I'm going to give it a try, and I think it will work for this too. I'm actually thinking of putting some funny fabric here just because he just because he's a butthead sometimes and he deserves funny fabric. Gotta love him though, don't you? I think that there's like a little one back here, but it's not too bad. So that's another thing we're going to work on. And the last thing I'm going to get into this week is this shelf right here. This one. I bought a second one, and I'll try not to spin you too fast. I want to replace this shelf right here. So I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to try to get this one taken out. And it may just go to the dumpster because I have braces on the back of it. And it's just, what do you call this stuff? Particle board. It's not a very good one. It does lean a little, but whatever. So I want to get that done. And I also want to bring my clothing rack out and see how the Afghans and purses will look on it, or just purses. I want to try that out because I bought these hooks and they're super duper heavyweight hooks. I bought these to put on the clothing rack and then hold my purses. So I want to try that out too. Even though my market isn't until May, I still have several, well, I've got a month. So, but I really want to, I just like to try things out. One of these days, I'm going to find my perfect setup, and I've just not quite found it yet. But I feel like I'm getting close. So and that might be all we get into this week. So for now, I'm going to, I need to get a couple of crochet purses done, and we'll be back later. This will probably be one of those chatty videos. So if you like that type of stuff, then stay tuned. Okay, we're going to get started on this. I'm trying to get a better angle so you're not just catching my chubby arms. So I have cut this 16 inches wide by 28 inches long, and I've got to sew these up. These are the handles, and I don't have a measurement for these. I just cut, but I can get one real fast. I think on these you can make them as long or short as you want. And these are 29 inches. And then I cut the inner fabric the same as this. So I need to do the handles first and attach them. I'm not sure how far I go in because everything is measured in centimeters or millimeters or however they measure. And I only do inches. So if this is 16, 8 is your center. So what about like 5 inches in? We'll try 5 inches maybe. I don't know, maybe 4. We'll do 4 inches. So let me get the handles done and then we'll see how easy this is. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I got the handles tacked on. I just measured in 4 inches from the side. And now you're supposed to take your liner and pretty sides go together. And just line it up. And you're supposed to leave like, I forgot where the gap was supposed to be at. I think like right in here. You leave a gap so you can turn it inside out or, you know. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'll be back after I pin all this. Okay, I got it all clipped and ready to go. See if you can see that better. I did leave an opening right here because I'm going to start here and sew all the way around till I get back to here. And then I know you turn it, and then before you ever put this together, you go ahead and sew around the whole thing, and that closes that up. And I'm pretty sure. Well, if not, we're making up our own rules right now. So let me get this sewn up, and I'll be back. Okay, here's what it's looking like. You've just got one long panel. So what you're going to do is go around. Oh, Jerry wants in. Hang on. Come on, buddy. So you'll want to, press this. And we're going to sew all the way around it again. Make sure my handles are not on crooked. Yay. Okay. So I'm just going to press this real fast, and then I'm going to sew all the way around it. And then I'm going to jump on my computer and figure out how to do the rest. I know you fold it somehow. I'll have to, I don't know. You fold the bottom a couple of times. Has anybody ever made one of these? I tell you what, so far, this has been the easiest purse I've ever made. I do want to add that I did add a fusible fleece to the back of the main fabric. In the video that I watched when they made this, they did not use anything. And this is canvas, so it's pretty sturdy anyways. But I just felt like it needed something. I don't know. I'm just crazy when it comes to, I use that stuff in everything. So hang on, let me get this done and I'll be right back. Okay, how many of you guys are watching this and you already know what I'm going to show you? And why did I not think of this? Okay, raise your hands. Do you know what I'm going to say right now? Do you know what I'm going to show you? Okay, well, so this is what you do. You fold it in half and you do something down here and then you sew the sides. Look, does anybody spot a problem? One side is really nice. The other side, not so much. So I guess this pattern is only for non things that go the same way. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this anyways, just because I want to know how to do it. And I just learned a lesson. So now I need to go sit down and rethink my thought process. I'll be back. Okay, I've taken a little time to reflect. I still can't believe I did that. I should know better. You would think I just started sewing. So I watched the video, and basically, you're turning it with the lining on the outside, and you're just bent like this. There were no measurements on how far or whatever to fold it in, but we're going to see if we can get this somewhat straight or whatever lined up. I don't know if there's a certain way you can measure this. I don't know. It looks about even. Okay. And then you just sew oh gosh. You just sew the outside like that. Just these two, not the bottom. You know how many times I've watched this video to see how to make this? Like 100. Yeah, we're just gonna sew the sides because right now I just feel stupid. I can't be the only one who makes really dumb uh, mistakes, but I'll be back. Okay, I can tell you one thing. My next market bag will be the old-fashioned way where there's two parts to it, but not too shabby until you get to, I don't know what I did that went so wrong. It looks so flippin' easy on the video. I mean, so easy. And that is just stupid. So I do want, tote bags were on my list to make. Just your simple tote bag with no closure, anything. Isn't that what you call these? More of a tote bag that you could either use it for a purse or for, going to the market or whatever. But so yeah, I feel like crying right now, but that's beside the point. I just like the fact that you could sew it and the seams were like this, kind of cool looking. But I don't know. The bottom is terrible. I thought maybe I got it bunched or something, but no. Okay. So what do you do with this now? I don't know. Okay. You know what? We're going to make the old-fashioned good two-pieced, one side, other side type of tote because I have more of this and I really like this fabric. So that is what we're going to do. I still have enough gray left and I have enough of the farm looking stuff left. Excuse me. So that's what we're going to do. I was so happy I was going to show you guys something new and cool. Oh, we all have those moments, right? Okay, I'm going to uh, go cry for a second, and I'll be back later maybe. Okay, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I know how to fix this because there's like 50 million of these videos and I know how to fix it. If I just rip out the bottom part where it's all stupid and cut it like I normally do a boxed purse, or not cut it, just sew it like I normally do a boxed purse, it'll work out. So I think while I'm sitting here drying my eyes, I'm going to give that a try first before I make a second one. I'm pretty sure I can fix this. So I'll see if I can. Okay, let me show you what I did. This is how I normally box the bottoms. I just measured 2 inches and then sewed. But normally I would cut these off. But since everything's enclosed, I did find another video on this, and this is what they do, and they leave it. But we'll see how this looks. Let me just get it turned. It looks better than what it did, that's for sure. So that's not bad because then the that one part just lays on the bottom. Oh, looky there. Does anybody want a messed up bag? I would probably still carry this, even though it's upside down. Okay, now I'm super happy. Look at that. Let's see if I'm showing it. It's boxed in. Let me show you the inside because can you see it? Right there. They just simply lay right down. So that wouldn't be bad. Okay, I'm definitely going to make some more. But the fabric I have isn't, pattern friendly where I can do this. I have some real cute, the dog kind, that I want to make one like this, but it's not pattern friendly. I think what this needs is something like this type of pattern, or something that's going all the same, that doesn't really matter if it's upside down or not. So, but yeah, this is cute. I like it. I can't do anything with it, but well, I could always carry it. No one's going to really, I bet you no one would even notice, to be honest. I could put $5 on this at the market. What would you call that? Uh, Error, mistake, oopsie. Yeah, this side looks really cool. Okay, we're going to move on. But I like how this is sewed. I wonder if you could just do that with if you could just make, okay, why couldn't you just make panels, separate panels, just like that? I kind of like this concept because, man, it was so easy. What do you think? You think you can do separate panels? Hmm, that would make it, I don't know, that'd probably make it even harder. Okay, we're just going to make it like I normally make a purse and call it a day. But it's a real bummer that it didn't work out. Okay, I'm going to get off of here. I'm already made quite a few mistakes tonight, and usually I like to quit then because once I start making mistakes, I can't recover very well. So I'm going to dig out the dog fabric and I might make one. It depends. Or I might just cut it out and do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't even know if I'm going to be around. I got to go pick up my taxes. And tomorrow's my oldest daughter's birthday. And we're going out to eat. So I probably won't be around tomorrow. So I'm going to say goodnight for tonight. See you all Wednesday. Good evening. Today is Tuesday. And last night I got my purse done. Or I don't know if you would call it a purse or a tote. Probably a tote because there's no closure. It's just open. Look, isn't that cute? I really like making this. And I learned a new trick last night, which is new to me, but some of you other bag makers probably already know this. But I'm going to make another tote here coming up. And I want to show you something that I discovered purely by accident. But yeah, I love the size of this. It's not overly big, but this would make a great tote. I really like it. I did not put a pocket in it, which I think on my next one I'm going to put a pocket in it just because, I don't know, people like pockets. So I think I will do that. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. On my next one, I have just enough fabric to make this. Because last year, oh, I can't get this to stay on there. Last year at my craft fair in October, I took 2 totes and they were simply just, well, they were lined, but they were really big, like big box bottom and super big. And I took them in the dog and in the bees. So this is the next one I'm going to make. And I just have enough. I don't have enough for the handles, but I have the cotton webbing. So I'm going to, let me see if I can get a close up. This fabric, this is like a duck cloth. Yeah. And then the last piece of fabric I have is this. So I thought this would make a cute one, like if you go to farmers markets or whatever. So I'm going to make that. And I have the mushroom fabric over here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Oops. I might, while I'm making totes, maybe go ahead and make one of these. This seems to be a really popular brand or markings and stuff. So I think I might make one of these too. Matter of fact, I might make this one first. Or I might just cut them all out so they're ready to go. But that's on the agenda for tonight. Not all of them, but at least one of them. So a little bit of a story time before we start working. This morning my phone went off and Jerry got restless like he does when my alarm usually goes off. So I got up out of bed. I never check my phone because I can't see in the morning. And stumble into the kitchen, feed him, get my coffee. We come out to the shed, get everything going. And I look at my computer when it first pops up. It gives the time and it says 4:45. And I'm like, there's no way it's 4:45 a.m. And so then I grab my phone and look at it. I'm like, you were kidding me. Well, what had happened was my phone did go off, but it was an Etsy order. Yay. I was so happy about that. But boy, that made for a long, long day. And the bad thing was I didn't have one of these, which I feel like somebody's come in and stolen all my purses. Or they're still in a box somewhere that I didn't get out, everything out of. But this is what they ordered. This is probably my favorite color. It's got so much in it. I have to put the button on it yet and hide the strings. But this will go out tomorrow. And I forgot the person's name who ordered it. But if you're watching this, I do appreciate your order, even though it woke me up. That's fine. I would love to be woke up by cha-chings. Okay, enough of my rambling, even though some of you say you do like it. But I'm going to cut out a couple of these, and then we'll be back, and I'll show you something I learned last night. Okay, I've reached the point where I want to show you what I've done. Let me turn my TV down, though. So, let me slowly turn you around. Okay. By accident, last night, I discovered this. I was, instead of cutting it out like I normally do, I was trying to do it like this, like this, and measure it and cut like that, or sew and then cut it. I like the sew and cut better than actually cutting it, in my opinion. Well, anyways, things weren't happening my way, and I laid it down like this, and I could see my line. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. So I went ahead, because one line matched up and one didn't, and that might be why I sometimes get crooked. So I'm just lining up 2 inches, and I'm just going to go about that far, like that, and then flip it over and do the same thing. And then it lines up. Now, this is probably something somebody already knows, but I was like, well, why did it take me 40 years to figure this out? I need to move my camera up so I can get it for you. But then when you go to do this, I need to pull it apart like that. Look, it's sorry, I got this camera stand. I really like it, but if you pull it too high, it wiggles. So look, there's your line. And why did I never know this? I don't understand why I never knew this. So yeah, and it's a lot quicker, in my opinion, because now I can just sew. See, as before, I was cutting a square. I was like doing this. I would measure it and cut it like that. I would cut this out, and then I would do this, and I don't know. It works really well, but this is like, I don't know. Please let me know in the comments if anyone ever does it like this. So I'm going to get this sewed up and then start on the lining. Okay, I got it done. And I don't know, I'm really pleased. It lined up quite well. My seams lined up. This is probably the best box bottom I've ever done. This one's a little off, but not bad. But seriously, that is so easy. Why didn't somebody tell me that? Also, can somebody please remind me to get a lint roller? I really need one, and I keep forgetting to order one, and I really need them. So now we're going to work on the inside. I do have a pocket that I'm going to make, and I did choose a yellow for the inside. I wanted this one to be a little bright and cheery. So yeah, well, I'm going to work on that, and then I got to pay bills. That's yucky. But anyways, I'll be back later. Okay, I got it done. I think it turned out cute. I love the yellow. It just gives it a little pop of color. and I did the inside yellow, and then there's the pocket. So I do have a question for you guys. You know, years ago, this is the only kind of I made two types of purses. Okay, as I was saying, I made two kinds of purses. Three kinds of purses. I made tote bags just like this. They sold all the time. I made rag quilt bags. Those sold like hotcakes on eBay, believe it or not. And then I made a tote with a button over, and that's all, or a magnet, and that's the only three types of purses I ever made. The rag quilt ones sold the best, and these sold second. And these don't take very long at all. I'm thinking about doing a video on how to make one of these. If you could leave me a comment and let me know if that's something you'd like to see, I can do a small tutorial on it, because even if you're a beginner sewer, these are super easy to make. And yeah, I wouldn't, this is one thing I had in mind on doing a tutorial on. The other thing was my coin purse wallets. I wouldn't mind doing a tutorial on that. I am going to make matching key fobs for these, because I had just enough fabric for that and just enough for this one. So tomorrow I think we will make the mushroom one, and maybe Thursday the veggie one. Yeah, I'm just really pleased how they turned out. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys also, I got a chance to be in another craft fair in September. It's in the same spot I go to in October, and I'm seriously thinking about it. If I feel like I can get enough stuff together, I think I might do it. The only downside is October is my big one, and I need to be really prepared for it. So I will be making a lot of stuff. Um, I'm trying to get where one week is only for this, and then the following week is only for this. You know what I mean? Uh, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going to sell, what's not going to sell. I also, this week I am going to bring out my clothing rack to see if that's going to look tacky or not, and I'll need all of you guys' opinion. But I need to do something with my purses, especially the bigger ones. I need to do something. And I've been watching a lot of crafters who do craft fairs, and they're all 90% of them are using the clothing rack, and I don't feel like it looks tacky, but I don't know. So I'm going to get off here for tonight. I got to pay some bills, that adulting stuff, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Happy Thursday. Good news. I sold one of my purses. Finally. This one. It's going in the mail tomorrow. I love this one, actually. I should have kept it, because on the inside, it comes with this and a key fob. And I made a little loop to attach it to. So I'm super excited about that. If you're watching my video and you ordered this, thank you. I can't wait to pack it up. So I think I showed you that I got this done last night. I'm pretty sure I showed you. I did put a pocket in this one in here. I don't know if you guys watch other small business crafters, whatever. I do. I enjoy watching other people who have a small business, just to see how they're doing. And YouTube seems to recommend them to me, and I'm finding that when they're making purses, they're actually making just totes and doing quite well. And like I was talking about yesterday, how I used to make these, that's the only way I made purses like that for quite some time, and they sold really well. And you get out of doing that, and it's like, why? Why, when you have a good seller, do you quit making them? Do you get burned out maybe? So tonight, I am going to make this one. I've got everything cut out. I've decided on the inside, I'm going to make a little spot like I did in my Volkswagen Bug purse. And I'm just going to make a key fob that you can hang there. I'm finding, because my keys to my car are the fob thingy, um, I'm finding it's hard to find in my smaller purses. It just goes straight to the bottom, or my bigger purse just straight to the bottom. So I think I might start putting those in there permanently with a key fob, just so people know what they are. But yeah, I'm super excited. Everything's cut out except for my interfacing, and I need to do that. Don't mind my hair. It's messy today. Also, last night when I was finishing up here and I sat down to crochet a little bit, I was watching another YouTuber, and she's very knowledgeable in the workings of Etsy. And she had a segment. Her name is Starla Moore. If you want to find her, I do watch her quite a bit, and I feel like her ideas and suggestions do work for the most part. Um, and last night's video, she was talking about Pinterest and about how that really does help you. And every time I make a new listing, I share it to Pinterest. And maybe that's how people are finding me. I don't know, but I've had an uptick in sales in Etsy, like a lot. It's going back to the 2024 era where I was getting a lot of sales. And I have been sharing more to Pinterest. Um, she kind of breaks down the myths that you do not need to share every single day. She suggested once a week, which that's more doable than anything else. Also, does anybody remember when you would join a Facebook group, to do with your crafting or selling stuff, how they would get a follow train? Go like my Etsy page or go like this, and it'll get you more. Well, eventually, I did do it until I figured out that that was actually hurting you more than helping, because all it was doing was giving you a 1 day boost. And then after, let's say you got 100 views or whatever, and then the next day you get 2 views. So it was, I wish I could explain it better, but she does go into detail on that in a past video. But yeah, she's someone I just would recommend if you need to know anything about Etsy, that she's very, very knowledgeable about it. And most everything she talks about does make sense. So I'm not associated with her. I just thought, if anyone needed help, you could go watch her. There's other people who talk about Etsy, and yeah, I just don't get that feeling that they know what they're talking about. It's the same way with YouTube. There's 50 million people out there telling you, if you change this one thing on your YouTube channel, you'll get 100,000 subscribers in a week. Hogwash. It's no. I feel like anybody who puts a heading that sounds too good to be true, it really is. So, or it's just clickbait so they can get views and be seen. But anyways, I'm going to get off my soapbox now, and I'm going to work on this purse, and I will talk to y'all later. Okay, I got it done, and I just want to show you how it looks. It turned out really well, I thought. I didn't use the fabric for the handle, I use the cotton webbing. It does have a pocket, and then I put the little thing in here for a key fob. I was going to make a coin purse, but I decided I just really didn't want to. But yeah, so today is Wednesday, and I've gotten 3 done. You can't count that one. That one's a total failure. But yeah, 3 of them. So maybe I can get one done tomorrow because I do have this left to do, a veggie one. That one. So I'm thinking about doing that. Hi, Jerry. And I need to, uh, also, if you're wondering, these are listed on Etsy. So they are for sale if you want to check them out. There'll be a link in my description of the video, and in the first comment, I will pin my first comment. But I'm pretty proud of them. I do need to put my price tags on them so I can have them ready in case I still have them by craft fair time. I don't know if I told you guys, but over the weekend I was approached to possibly be in a craft fair in September. It's called the Honey Festival. And what it is it's just a craft fair that's got, it talks about the background of honeybees, and then you got honey vendors, and they want crafters. So and they give demonstrations on how they do the honey and stuff. So I'm tossing it around. It's not till September, but that is a month before my big one. So if in my mind, if I decide right now that I want to do it, I feel like I can be doubly ready. But the downside is it's in the same spot as my big one. So I don't know, like they'll see me in September, but I don't know. It's a different crowd. So, but I thought, you know what, this purse right here, that would be perfect for a honey festival. And I've got some more fabric. Let me pull it out. I've been wanting to make something with this. I just haven't done it yet. But this would make a cool tote bag with the bees. So I thought I could make this up. I might make this one tomorrow instead. But I don't know if I have anything for the inside. Oh, I can find something. There's a lot of color in here. But I think I might work on this one. I've been wanting to make it anyways. So yeah, so the possibilities just keep falling in my lap, which is awesome. I mean, I guess it's meant to be. So I'm pretty excited about that. Plus, I do have more of the feed sack bags to make. I don't know if I showed you this one that I need to get done. It's got a lot of character to it. And I want to make those to take to my craft fairs too. I'm hoping tomorrow I can I was gonna do it tonight, but it was raining, which we really need the rain, but so I couldn't do it. But I wanted to bring my clothing rack out here. I just watched a lady do her craft fair today, and there she pulled out her clothing rack and hung her purses on it. But she used hangers. She had really pretty hangers, and I have the shower hooks, which I think will be just fine. I mean, there's no big difference. So I'm getting quite the collection of totes and purses, and yeah, I want to see how it will look. So maybe tomorrow I can do that. My weekend I think is going to be really busy. So I've got one of my grandkids' birthday party is Sunday, and I think my sister-in-law is coming home for a visit on Saturday, so I won't be able to uh, do any vlogging for the weekend, I don't think. But yeah, I think I'm going to sit down now and crochet a little bit, and I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Thursday. I've lost my camera stand. I'm using a different one that I don't really like, but I'm trying to figure out in such a small space, how do you lose your camera stand? I mean, I used it yesterday. There is a tree frog either in my shed or on the outside of it. This is driving me crazy. Okay, I want to show you what I did today. I didn't get to film. I had people in and out, so I didn't get to set up and film. I know I showed this one. So I got it done yesterday, and I made the key fob that attaches inside here and one pocket. I really like this one. And then I made, really like this one. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Let me get a close up. It's so vibrant. And then I also put one pocket, and I have a key fob for it with it's attached to the lining of the purse. I should make little zipper wallets to go with them, and maybe I'll do that later at some point. But you know, if I actually, the way I sew is I have YouTube on. Uh, I can watch it while I'm cutting stuff out and ironing and blah blah blah. But when I go to sew, it's on the commercials. So if I just sat down and did this all at one time, it's about 45 minutes, maybe less. But when I'm watching YouTube, it's probably like an hour and a half or better. So I I don't know if I should. I don't really need to go at a fast pace. That's whenever I make my errors. So one at a time is perfect. But I think I would like to make some little coin wallet purses to have, because this is such a pretty fabric. So I wanted to try to get 5 of these done. So I've got 4, and I've got tomorrow to work on them. I've got the veggie one that I wanted to do. Let's see. I'm running out of room to hang all these purses. I don't think I've ever had this many purses ever made at one time before in my life. And I'm really liking these totes. So I hope they sell. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. I got my Etsy order shipped out today. I hope they like it. Um, I know I do. And I wonder if maybe I have enough left to make a tote bag, even if it's a small one. We'll see. But yeah, I've neglected my house duties. So I've been working on that, trash, laundry, all that stuff. So that's what I've been doing today. I also worked my second job today. Usually it's on Wednesday, but yesterday I wasn't feeling real well. I had a headache. So I just switched it to today, which is no big deal. So you know me, I make my list at the beginning of the week, and I have like 5 or 6 things on there and one thing marked off. I need to get my butt in gear. So I don't know what we're going to get into. I really need to crochet. I've been a little neglect on that. Usually when I would get home from work and do my computer stuff, I would sit down and crochet for about 2 or 3 hours, and I've not been doing that, and I need to get back in the routine of it. So for now, I think I will sit down and crochet, and if I get that wild hair to make something, I'll be back. So if not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Happy Friday. I got my clothing rack out here, but I have a dilemma. And this is why I'm glad I test things out before. Oh, I would have been just heartbroken if I would have done this, but these won't fit. They will fit the bottom. Hang on a minute, I'll show you. They will fit on the bottom. I mean, you kind of have to really push. So they'll fit this bottom one. I thought, well, I'll just trade this for the top one, but the top one is bigger and they won't work. So, but I do want to say I really like it. There we go. Like, I think that just makes them stand out. I did have these shower curtain ones, and I don't know if I have any more, but I'm pretty sure I got them at Walmart. So, and those you can bend. I'll tell you what, these, there's no bending at all. I tried. I thought if I could just pull it out, but no, there's none. So that's okay. I'm just glad I tried it out. I am gonna go get an Afghan and see if I should hang him on this right here. I'm almost afraid that's going to be too much weight. So if it is, let me try something. Okay. I really honestly think that the bottom rack will be too much weight for this. So I'm thinking about doing this to help free up some of my shelf space. I really like it. And I just feel like when people are walking by, they're going to get a good, like, they can, these stand out, like you can see them. So yeah, I'm liking it. Let me know what you guys think. If I should hang my little bags like that. Because here's what my new setup will be like. And I'll probably do a mock setup just to practice. But I've got two of these shelves right here that I will use. I'm going to use my 4-foot table. Yeah, my 4-foot table. I'll use, like I said, the two of the shelves, my 4-foot table, um, this, and then my this over here. So if I'm thinking correctly, I could put my table in the back. I can maybe put the baby Afghans on there and make that be my checkout station. And then on the side, I can put one shelf and the clothing rack. And then on the other side, put one shelf and the spinny thing. I think I really like that idea, and I'm pretty sure that's what I want to do. But like I said, I would have to, oh, these magnets work on there. Oh, that even helps more. Holy cow. Let me see if it'll hold one of these. I'm so glad I got those magnets. Oh, yeah. Oop. Oh, God, I almost knocked it all over. Those magnets work really well. I thought this was aluminum. I didn't know it would stick to it. There you have it. Oh, that's really going to work out because I could get at least two on each side. Okay. I was going to sew tonight, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do that. We're supposed to have company tomorrow, and I need to go inside and at least dust and mop. I really don't want to, but yeah, I need to do that. So I'm giving you all time right now to let you know I'm ending the video. If you could please go and like the video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I really do appreciate everybody's comment. It does help me out. Um, and I also have a private Facebook group if you'd like to join. You don't have to be a crafter. Uh, it's a good time. We do show off our products, but I think that's great to help other small businesses grow. But you do not have to be a crafter to join the group if you want to just have a fun time. Also, uh, things that I use, I do have in my description of the video and in the first comment that I pin. And I've also got the Facebook group in the description and the first comment that is pinned. So if you would like to join that, or if you need anything that I use that you like, especially those shells, if you're going to vending shows, top notch. I really love my shelf. But for now, I'm going to end the video, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all next Sunday.